Today in this video we are going to talk about the problematic that we chose, which is sexual work in Medellin, and to introduce a project to try and solve this issue, which is called ZonaDigna. Um, as of 2021, there were believed to be around 5,000 sex workers in Medellin, and according to the United Nations population found in Colombia, more than 60% of sex workers reported experiencing physical or sexual violence in their work. Also, according to the National Police, in mid 2022, 117 complaints were filed for crimes related to commercial sexual exploitation. 106 of these complaints were minors, and 10 of those adults.
Hi everyone, I'm going to mention which cities are being affected with this problematic, which will imply several problems in the future for those people. We have SDG number 1, no poverty, because people who engage in prostitution are at a higher risk of poverty due to social and economic marginalization. SDG number 3, good health and well-being. Those people are at a higher risk of sexual transmitted infections. SDG number 5, gender equality. Number 8, decent work and economic growth. And the last one, peace, justice, and strong institutions. About our principal objective, we want to care about prostitution and sex work because it involves human rights, and those problematics are affecting the life and quality conditions of many people. So we want to address those issues to create a more safety and equal space for sexual workers. When setting up the project, we determine our specific goals to achieve good results. The first one is to improve health outcomes by providing access to healthcare services. The second one is to increase safety and reduce violence, because we know that sexual workers may experience many abuses from their clients. Economic empowerment, giving to those people access to education and employment opportunities, reduces stigma and discrimination. And the last one is training communities by providing social support and community resources.
To do this, as we mentioned before, we propose the creation of an NGO to address issues related to sex work, with our primary focus being the city of Medellin. The NGO will work together with the local government and sex work cooperatives and unions to push for changes um, in policies and laws related to sex work. This includes advocating for the creation of a red zone, the implementation of an adequate legal and regulatory framework, and the provision of health and safety services for the sex workers. We think an NGO is an appropriate choice for this project due to its focus on social objectives and its non-profitable nature. So the big proposal of the project is to establish a regulated red zone in the city, just like the one in Amsterdam, where sex work is concentrated and permitted. And in this zone, specific laws and regulations will be applied to ensure the protection of sex workers and coexistence with the surrounding community.
Second, implementing a legal and regulatory framework to protect sex workers' rights and welfare, including decriminalization, minimum age requirements, and work permits. And you can see here in the down part, this is some requirements to legally engage sex work in Amsterdam red light district. Third, as you can see here, the distribution of new HIV infections among adults worldwide in 2020. We can see the importance of establishing specialized health centers for sex workers, offering comprehensive medical care, including STI and HIV testing, treatment, and mental health services. Fourth, providing training and alternative employment to programs, empowering sex workers and enhance their personal and professional skills. Conducting awareness campaigns to reduce stigma and discrimination, promoting respect and mutual understanding within the community, as you can see here, with the help of volunteers and the national police. Six, collaborating with the stakeholders such as sex workers, advocacy organizations, security forces, healthcare providers, and community members to ensure effective and relevant interventions. And you can see in this graphic, we can see in the diverse type of, and it's important to highlight the supporting of the creation of a sex workers cooperative and union to empower sex workers, protect them from violence and exploitation, and advocate for their rights and needs. 7. Implementing a monitoring and evaluation system to measure the impact of the interventions and make adjustments based on results and lessons learned. This approach seeks to address issues related to sex work in Medellin from multiple angles, consider human rights, public health, gender equality, criminal justice, and economic development. By working in collaboration with relevant stakeholders and following the guidelines of the Sustainable Development Goals, we can create a more just and equitable society for all. In conclusion, we believe in the possibility of the government adopting our plan to ensure the quality of life sex workers in Medellin. Second, Amsterdam's experience in dealing with this issue serves as a point of reference for us. And third, from this, we seek to develop a solution to benefit the city, but also to provide a safe space for those people who work in this area every day.
For you. Make it look like it's magic. Oh yeah. 'Cause I see nobody but you. I'm never confused.